So hi guys, welcome back to another video of Hair's Help. And in today's video I'm going to be unboxing and reviewing the iPhone 12, and I have it right here. It's in white color and it's 128 GB, and I have taken off the seal before, but also I've unboxed it before, but not fully unboxed it because the unboxing experience is now it's just gone. Apple has just made the box so tiny. You see it's so thin that there's nothing to unbox right now. You don't even get a charger, you don't even get headphones, you get nothing at this point, to be honest. You have to spend all this money, extra money. This can be a negative point in the beginning, but let's just get in. So this is the iPhone box, and let's take this off. And I have they're giving you the cutout to keep the camera safe, so you got this in white. So I've got this in white. It looks beautiful in white. This camera stands out in white. That's what I like more about it. And we're gonna take this out. Okay, it's already out. So, and this iPhone. So there might be some. I think that's on the screen of my phone. But then you can see there's the phone. Let's keep it aside. And so you get this cable now. And there's just a cable. I think it's a USB-C fast charging. You have to buy the adapter separately, and I haven't bought it yet. I have my charger of the old 11 Pro Max, so I'm using that charger. It's a fast charger as well. And then we got this manuals, SIM ejection tool, and then you only get one Apple sticker. Before we used to get like 3 or 4 or several Apple stickers, I guess. We used to get, I think, 2 or 4. I'm a bit confused, but I remember when I unboxed the first iPhone 6 for the first time. That time we had more stickers. No headset, no charging cable. You have to buy that separately. And this is the unboxing. That's it. It's just small. Let me turn this on and let's get towards the review. By the way, I've added timestamps, so if some of you are looking forward to just the review, you can go ahead and skip. Or if you just want to see the should you buy it, you can go ahead and skip to that part. So now it's the review part. I've already set the phone up, and then I've also updated the software to the latest version, and now I'm going to review it in 5 parts. So if there are some parts that you're really aware about, you can just skip to the different parts. I've added timestamps, and if you don't want to see any review, you can just go to the should you buy it. So I'll give you a clear answer. Should you buy it or should you not, and with clear explanation and reasoning. But I prefer to watch the review part because this influences the decision of you buying a phone. And getting into the phone, the first thing of every phone is the hardware, and this one has the latest chip compared to the older versions. Apart from that, it has a smaller battery. That could be a negative point, but then Apple claims it lasts 2 hours or 3 hours longer than the iPhone 11. So that's actually acceptable because it has a newer chip, which means there's better battery optimization and the battery runs out slowly. And I've used this on one whole charge yesterday. I've took some Zoom meetings, and which is quite heavy with video, and then I've also played games for almost 2 hours. I've used social media, and then it does get hot in social media. It gets really hot. I don't mean the social media itself, I mean the phone. But then when you play the games, it is less hotter. It's like it actually gets colder compared to before. So I think it's mostly because I was not running the game on the max settings. I'm running it on average settings. But then still, if you use it average, it can last a day. And it depends on usage. If you use it every single hour, it can last most of the day, like throughout most of the day. And that's it with the hardware. And the screen is updated. It's a new HDR screen. It's not the old screens which usually have the HD ones, like the 720 ones. This one has a better pixel rating, and then it's obviously a new screen. It's more clear, and the FPS is still at 60. It's not improved. It's just the basic FPS. And then it's whether if you play the games, the FPS is the same, and the screen is also at only the normal hertz. It's not the 90 hertz or the 120 hertz, so it's just a normal phone. But the display is newer. I hope you see this, because actually I recorded this video before from another phone. It wasn't as clear, so now I'm recording it from a better phone, so it's better in quality, so you can check this out. The screen, I think you can see how clear it is. Obviously when you see it in your hand, a bit different. So let's get to the second part, which is going to be 5G. So this phone has 5G. There's no option like you gotta buy 5G or not buy 5G. It is just 5G, you gotta buy it. And then I think 5G is, I'm not gonna go in detail. 5G is not that common in most countries, but so it might not matter. But one thing I want to say to you is, like, still I don't use 5G, but I'm for sure in the future when 5G gets common as 4G, you have to use it and you have to upgrade a phone. So if you upgrade this now, it doesn't matter, because there is no version like without 5G or with 5G. There's only one version which has 5G. So anyways, you're going to have 5G, but it might also be a point to consider for people who are using 5G in other countries. So that's the point. Going to the third point, I'm going to talk about the aesthetics. I didn't say it in the beginning, but this phone is really light, and I've used it for a day now. I've used it in my pocket. It's very pocket friendly. It might pop out a bit if you have tight pockets, because it's obviously a bit boxy design, but still it's quite lightweight. It feels like you have nothing, because I had my earphones, like the Apple original earphones, and then I also had this in one pocket, so it didn't feel that much. And for some time I didn't even know that I had a phone in my pocket. So it's, I think, mostly because I'm used to carrying other Samsung phones which are quite heavier, and this has a 6.1 inch display, so it's a bit smaller. Before my phone before this had 6.3 inch, and also my experience with the 11 Pro Max was also heavier, because obviously the 11 Pro Max has a bigger screen and it's an 11, so it's way heavier. But this one's quite light. Then you got the new design, which obviously many people might like and many people might not, which can also be a point for them. But then again, this, if you're looking for the trend right nowadays, so this is a trend, obviously now the 14 and 15 is going to come out. It's going to be the similar shape, so similar design. So you gotta have this, just so it doesn't feel old, because the X and 11 now kind of feel old, because the design is, the curved screens are now gone, and now 12 and 13 have the flat screens. But then it's totally your preference. Some people might like curve. Honestly, I like the curved screen, but once I bought this, it's actually way better, and it's even slimmer and lighter. And in the aesthetics department, the lightweight is what I like, but there might be different things you might like. Then going to number 4, which is the camera. So let me show you the camera. The camera at this point is pretty much the same thing as the 11, as the previous phone. And let me go to the ultra wide. You also have ultra wide, so it has the same ultra wide. Let me take a pic of that. Let me take a pic of this for a minute. So I got this showpiece right here. So this ultra wide, it doesn't look good in the ultra wide, but then let me go in the normal one, and let me see the detail. How much detail? So it takes it in HDR, and it has quite some details, all those broken glass details, and then all those designs, so you see those black spots and all those designs on the glass, they actually stand out. The color combination also stands out, and that shows the color. Also, there isn't something new like before. In the iPhone 11 and X, we had the new feature called portraits with the natural light and those different filters. That is the same here. It's nothing new. The front camera is also the same, and I'm here, and I'm recording from the iPhone 11 Pro Max, so I hope the camera quality I'm seeing in the iPhone 12 is same as what you're seeing. So just as the phone I have right now has 3 cameras right here, and this one just has 2, so you might lack out on the zoom in and even ultra wider image, and the quality might go up and down. But then compared to the iPhone 11, the only thing that's improved here is the aperture. It's 1.6 where it was 1.8 in the other phone. So that's it, and that's it about the camera. Let's go to the software. Let's keep this aside, and let's go towards the software. So software, obviously iPhone does not disappoint in that department. The latest iOS 15 I think came in the iPhone 6s, which is almost 6 or 7 years old, and 6 or 5 years old I guess, because I also have an iPhone 6s and I've updated it, and to be honest it didn't disappoint. It worked great, and I think for this phone it's still not that old. It's just 12 and the 13s right now. So if you are caring about using it for a long term, 6 or 7 years is nothing for this to get an update, and obviously you're going to get updates for this phone. And if you plan to buy the Pro or Pro Max version of this, maybe you get 1 or 2 years extra support. And that is it for the software. Software is really easy to review because the software department in Apple is really awesome, and they just give you updates every time. Even if you have an older phone, you still get security tips. On my iPhone 6 I still get security updates, and I only have upgraded it till the iOS 13 I guess. That was the latest version, 13 or 14, and still it works great. But some features, such as the new feature which I had was turn on with mask, so I'm going to show you. I just updated it recently, so it showed me that. So we have a Face ID and passcode, so let me enter my passcode. So oops, failed attempt. Okay, so here you have it, Face ID with mask. So I've tried this in public places. It does identify, but then it says you need to look down to the phone. So when you look down to the phone, it actually sometimes, like the Face ID right now just works. You see, it just unlocked, and it's really quick. Right now the phone is in front of me, but it's really quick. Even when I woke up this morning to turn off the alarm, it just saw my face, it just unlocked by itself. So it is actually what they say and how they show in the trailers. But then the mask feature is still in the developing stage I guess. But nowadays most countries have lifted their restrictions and most people don't wear masks. So I think that's not a big deal now. But even if you want to use it, there are some features that are only in the 12 and 13, such as this mask feature. It's only for the 12 and 13. You might not get this in the 11, but it still takes time to unlock, and I've tried it. So that's it for the software department. And to keep it short, let's go towards the should you buy it. So should you buy it? So obviously this is the main topic of my video, topic of my playlist, and I've talked about this in many phones. But then for this one I'm going to keep it simple. And yes, you should buy it. I'm not comparing this to the newer versions such as the 13 or the 13 Pro, Pro Max. I'm comparing it to the 11 and 10s. And if you're going for the 11, obviously you should go for the 12, because if you want a living example, I'm right here. I was going to go for the 11 and then I went for the 12. It was mainly because I was trying to save some money. I thought there was a major difference, but when I saw the 11, it was just a few $100s of a difference, and I thought that difference is there. What about the phone? So obviously for me, I never knew this phone was lightweight, and the aesthetics, obviously I didn't like the shape at all. But the thing was, there wasn't much of a difference, and I just paid the money because it was 12 compared to 11. That's it for me. But then obviously for other people, there might be other reasons. I knew it was 5G. That's something I was like, I'm gonna get 5G. I know I was never gonna use 5G in my life, but I never had a 5G SIM. But now I might or might not change to a 5G carrier service. And then this phone has a lot of things if you are going for the 11, and it is worth upgrading. The price difference wasn't much, and it is much, a couple of $100 is much, but then comparing it to the features it has, it's obviously same, but the few features which are better in this one are actually worth that money difference. Because once I bought this, I'm quite happy with this. You got the new design obviously, and the iPhone is all about the designs. You're gonna hold it in your phone, you're gonna go outside, and obviously it has the new design, so it's not gonna feel old. Such as if you have a 6 and then you have this better, such as the iPhone SE, it has that still the button down there. Many people know about it, but then the most people who don't, they might think it's just an old iPhone 7 or 8, and that's negative point. Similar with the iPhone 11, if you have the curved screen, it's actually way bigger, it's not smaller and lighter, and there are different points. Some might buy it for the software, such as it's open with the mask, and that is something many people like who have a daily use of the phone. Some people may like it for its 5G. I think I've mentioned that before. Some people may like it for its hardware. It has a better chip, means you can game better on this one. There's not much of a difference, but then still the game runs smoother on this. Better battery optimization. It's smaller in the aesthetic department. It has a new color in blue, and there are many factors. And if you've seen the review part, which I did a detailed review, in this video, then obviously I think it helped you decide. But if price is the factor for most people, I think you should go for it, because the price gives you 5 more features. And then the camera is actually, there isn't a difference in the camera setup or the types of camera. We have the both 2 lenses here, but then still the iPhone camera, the typical iPhone upgrades every year, and every year there is something new in the camera, and then there is just something in this camera that you will not find in 11. And I've actually seen that. I have an 11 Pro Max right now, which has 3 cameras. So then obviously it's better than 11. But then in the 12 compared to the 11 Pro Max, there isn't much of a difference. I don't know why, because they both the 12 and the 11 have the same camera setup, but then still this 12 obviously looks similar to the 11 Pro Max. So obviously it's a newer phone, so that's something Apple does, and we don't know much about it. But I've reviewed this, I've given you an honest review, and to keep the video short, I'm going to end it here. And I hope you really like the video, and if you're looking forward to an iPhone 13, video is going to come out soon. I think I already have an iPhone 13 at my house right now. I just have to unbox it and show it to you guys, review it to you guys. So once I get free, I'm going to review that, but I'm going to upload this and within the next week, I guess I'm going to upload the 13, or after 2 weeks. And thanks for watching, guys. If you also want to see 11 Pro Max and you're considering that as an option, you can check out my other video. I'm going to end it in the end card, and as well as I'm going to add a card above the video, or a link in the description maybe, so you can check that out. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye.